Oh man, there's a lot of interesting information out there about drones and being registered pilots and being 107 licensed pilots and all these other goofball things. Being that guy. Don't be that guy. We're going to put that to rest. So, there are ways you can help with your drone if you're in, an affected area for the hurricane. And you don't have to be a 107 pilot and join an elite group of drone pilots that are just for disaster relief. Okay, guys, I have helped with local Leo before. We did it last year for Irma, and I was just a registered pilot. I'm not a 107. There are certain things that you can do if you would actually like to put your drone up and help with disaster relief. You don't have to be a registered 107 pilot. However, you do have to have a fair amount of knowledge, and we're going to talk about those things. Sean Brooks, what's up? Who dat aficionado? So what's going on? The weather is interesting. Give me one sec, guys, because we're going to touch on this topic. Get this out of the way, and then we'll have a little chat, okay? So here's the deal. You don't have to be a 107 registered pilot to help with disaster relief, okay? As long as you're a registered pilot, it is really simple if you would like to help and you know that you're going to be close to an area that's affected or an area that is affected, and after it hits, you have the ability to still fly your drone and do things, and your drone functions and it didn't get damaged, weather, whatever the case is. I did it for Irma. It was very simple. I will tell you how you can do it. And I'm not saying that they're going to choose you, okay? But this is a very simple way. If you feel that strongly about assisting, trust me, local law enforcement, if they need you, they will call you, okay? And there's a couple ways that you can still do this safely without having to join the elitist group of drone pilots that are only designed to help with disaster relief. Okay, local law enforcement doesn't care. They can't get people fast enough to help with relief. So if you're willing to, give up your time to assist, they are more than happy normally to take that acceptance and your help if you're willing to put your time and effort into helping. There is only one thing that I was asked to do when I assisted the first time around, and that was have drone insurance, which you can purchase on the spot. Okay, there are plenty of apps out there that give you drone insurance for pretty cheap if you're going to be flying and helping. Okay, so that was the only thing that really pushed it. So here's how you can do it. Okay, if you want to help with disaster relief and you're not a 107 pilot, it is quite simple. All you need to do is get a Word document, type up basically your credentials, how long you've been flying. You're going to put your registration number in there so they can look that up if they need to. And you're going to put your name, address, everything, okay, about yourself and your credentials. And then you're going to go down to your local law enforcement and you are going to drop that off with them. You're going to make a printout and you're going to say, I'm offering my drone and my assistance as a pilot to be able to assist with the disaster relief if you guys actually need it. Okay. So when I did it for Irma, it was really simple. I went down, I dropped it off. When I got there and they called me and they said, we want to have this area inspected for flooding, which was super cool. I went ahead and got out there. The helicopter was off busy doing other things. It was really a unique experience to get myself into, and I had fun. Even though it was a sad situation, I still had fun. It was a very unique experience to get into. So they were trying to figure out which roads were flooded without actually having to drive down them, how deep the flooding was. It was a lot of fun. Okay, so here's the deal. Go down to local law enforcement, drop off your credentials, your registration number, everything. Tell them that you are not a 107 pilot, but you're willing to still help and give aid if you can with your drone. Okay? Trust me, local law enforcement will appreciate the effort that you're putting in. Okay? If you do happen to get a call and they need your assistance, it is really quite simple. Show up at the time that they designated, okay? Pull up air maps, and you can still use the Lance system if you're going to be doing it this year. So you can still check in with Lance, and when they give you the portion of it that says notes, in your notes, put that the first thing you say is, I am assisting local law enforcement with disaster relief efforts. Put exactly where you are, where you're going to be flying, altitude, all that fun stuff in the Lance, and then send off your flight plan for them. The majority of the time, I think you'll find that they will clear the flight. However, they also would like to know an officer's badge number. Okay, so if you show up there, make sure you get in contact with the officer. The officer will say, I'm Officer such and such. We've requested your presence. Here's my badge number. Here's my name. add that to your notes. Okay, it's really, really simple. You don't have to be a certified, 107 pilot to actually assist. They are more than happy to take standard drone pilots that are registered, that have a good understanding of what they're doing. The other thing I want to talk about is that you don't actually, I find that flying manual is okay, but if you understand mission planning, then it gives you the ability to map roads and give your drone a complete sequence of the area based on roads that are flooded or whatever, and that gives them an idea based on your map. So you can actually pull up your map depending on the drone that you're using. You actually pull up your map and show your flight, and they can follow the exact course and see exactly what's going on those streets and roads. So if they know somebody's stranded on the map, it's going to say between this point and this point, and you can sit there and wait for your drone to make the entire mission. You don't even have to fly a manual if you don't want to. It is really, really simple to do. There is no complication in this. Make yourself available. If you can do it, do it. There's nothing stopping you. There's no, the government's not going to step in and be like, don't help with disaster relief. If you can do it, do it. Okay? I promise you, it's good for you, man. It's good for everybody. It's helpful. All right. So that's all I want to say. All right. I know the FAA put out that stupid thing and they're like, oh, don't be that guy. If you're flying for fun during a disaster relief efforts, then that's kind of stupid. But if you offer your assistance, they will normally accept your assistance if they need your help. I'm sure they get a bunch of drone pilots that put in the request forms down at local law enforcement. So I normally would do it for the nearest 3 areas. You can fax it over to them if you want to. You can do whatever you want. Just make sure that you're available when they call. It's really simple. Okay? That's pretty much it, guys. That's it. There was so much discussion about this. I wanted to give you the proper techniques and how to do it. It's very, very simple. Okay, for those of you that don't understand Lance, get on Air Maps, do a little bit of studying, get to know it better. It's really easy. So, guys, what's up? Sean Brooks, Drone Shots, Mad Kiwi, Steven, Who Dat Aficionado. You're losing some serious flesh in your face. Well, thank you, man. Again, my hair is getting a little crazy again, though. That's for sure. So is there really life on Mars? I have no idea. Yes, George, absolutely, man. If you're in an area that you think might be affected before the storm hits, go down and put in your documentation with them. Okay. So tell us what? An update. Well, let me just show you where the hurricane is. Not that you guys couldn't look it up for yourself, but let me just show you. Let's see where it's at now. It's not windy yet. We did have a lot of rain today. All right, so you can see the hurricane moving in on the side of Florida now. All right, let's do this. You want to play that kind of game? Let's do that. There you go. Now you guys should be able to see Florida there. You can see the hurricane coming in. And I don't know if you guys can focus in on that, but so far it has not started turning yet. It's definitely not making a hairpin turn like everybody said it was going to. So that has not happened yet. That's for sure. But out your window, nothing is going on out my window. I actually just got back from the store. I went and got a double shot of espresso to wake myself up. I've been working on the battery mods. 4 of these are completed. I'm getting ready to cover them now. Everything's done. I'm doing the write-up for how to use the stuff. And Mr. Brooks, just so you're aware, sir, it did come in. I got your keychains. Thank you very much. These are super awesome. Mr. Sean Brooks actually sent me some Yoda keychains for Star Wars. So very cool, man. Thank you for that. Just wanted to put that out there. So does anybody want to join me here? Yes. Let's see here. Copy. Paste. Don't let the big channels or the people that think they're big channels scare you into not wanting to fly your drone, okay? You can definitely help during disaster relief if you want to. They graciously will normally accept your help. For real, okay? Don't feel singled out by a video that somebody makes. Oh my gosh. All right, well, there's the link if anybody wants to pop in. Feel free. Mad Kiwi just popped in the house. What is up, my brother?
It's a lovely day.
It is a lovely day.
I'll just turn around and you can see my backdrop.
All right, let me turn up my earphones here. Oh yeah, look at that, dude. I'd be flying up in those mountains every day. Are you kidding me?
I would,
you
but
got
she's a bit windy.
Oh, that's all right. What drone do you fly?
I've got a Mavic Air.
Oh, it should. Well, the Mavic Air might be a little more affected by wind. It's a lighter bird, that's for sure. Yeah, my Solo would eat that, dude. I've had it up in almost 35-mile-an-hour winds. It would just eat it and keep going. There's something to be said about, huh?
It's all to do with power.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. That's people hate on big birds. I love them, man. They are just stable, dude. They're like a rock when it comes to wind and stuff.
I'm just still trying to figure out how you get the gas tank on the 454 on those drones. That's all. It's beyond me.
The gas tank, huh? Yeah, 5,200 mAh, I think, is what they are. 5,200 mAh. Here's the BMS battery. There you go. That's a chunk of a battery. That's what goes in there.
Shit, what's that? A kilo?
Bit of a. Oh gosh, I don't even. You know what? Let me grab my scale. Let's see what this battery actually weighs. Let's do this.
Hi everybody.
I don't know if you can see this. Yeah, kinda. Okay, whatever. Come on, you. Oh, opens that way. That probably makes more sense. Let's see what we got here. Let me turn on the scale. You guys not see that? Let's put the numbers towards you. How about that? All right. So we're zeroed out now. Set the battery on here. 501 grams.
Well, there you go.
Weighs about as much as your Mavic Air.
Pound of
butter. Yeah, man. That's the batteries I put in my Solo.
Cool.
Oh boy.
What is the time, buddy?
Is it gonna work? There we go.
3 Tuesday afternoon.
Shanna, what's up? Torque. And you just happen to have a scale. I do, man. Hey, dude, I'm a hobby channel, bro. You want to check the heat on it? This is how bad it is. You know you're a true hobbyist when you have anemometers laying around to test wind. You got just all sorts of stupid stuff like this, man. Your heat guns and stuff, so you can check your battery outputs. Even though the battery, for whatever reason, is dead. I just replaced the batteries. This thing, I don't think, shuts off all the way. It's always in like some kind of standby mode, which just eats up batteries. I think I'm half tempted to put a LiPo battery in this thing, honestly. Okay. Well, that's fun. So, Wesley S. Oh, we live. That's right. Rick in the house. Yo, should we invite more people? 802 vids. What's up, man? Feel free to join us on the panel. Don't forget, if you just popped in, to smash that like button for the proper information that's been dished out for anybody who wanted to fly without being a 107 pilot. Dude, I have too much fun with this stuff. When I go through videos and I see all the inaccurate information out there, it makes me laugh. I can't help it. Does that make me a bad guy?
No.
More XT60s coming. Excellent, dude. Excellent. I'm about to finish up the wiring on my boat and then put up the new. I got to get the new trailer ties that come off the back so I can see them from my mirror. I can't back my boat trailer up with my car. I can't see the outside of the trailer. My car's, trailer's too narrow. Car's too wide.
Stick some flags up, mate. You'll be all right.
That's what I was just talking about, man. My guides. I got to get some guides for the side of it.
Yeah.
Roadkill in the Heezy Modeezy. What's up, Roadkill? Roadkill, you should join us. I just posted the link in StreamYards. So where exactly are you, Kiwi?
I am in West Otago, New Zealand.
New Zealand. Well, freaking wow. You're way out there, bro.
Oh, we're about seven miles. We're about 5 miles from the nearest town. Probably half-hour drive from the nearest big town. 2 hours from the nearest city.
Oh, so what you're saying is perfect drone country.
Oh yeah, we got 8 acres here, or 3 hectares, whatever you want to call it. Hectares is metric and acres is imperial, so 8 acres it is.
Well, you learn something every day.
Yep, and Oh, we've got some really old native bush up a wee valley there, which would be ideal for FPV guys. There's trees and branches and fences and sort of. My wife's been busy doing landscaping. Put it that way, she's got loops and hoops and all sorts of up there. So,
ooh, we just had a good question. Wesley S said, if I wanted to do an antenna mod on the Hubsan 501, could you recommend the right antennas? And here's what I came up with, Wesley. Believe it or not, the stock antennas work just fine. You just have to open the transmitter up, make a hole in the top, and move the antennas from inside to the outside of the transmitter. Make sure that the pigtail antenna is pointed outward. It's going to be the little weird shaped, like I don't know how to explain it, but you'll understand when you open it up. Make sure that gets glued right on the top outward, because that's your FPV antenna. The other one's your 2.4 gain. So one's running 5.8, the other one's on 2.4. Okay, the 2.4 is going to be a little black antenna that's going to pop out. Believe it or not, when they are inside of the transmitter, they get tons of interference. If you move just the tips of them outside,
back? There we go.
They do so much better. Oh, he said, I've got the Pro controller. Oh, well, I wouldn't do any antenna mods. Honestly, you can try stuff. You can get bigger antennas. Try some like 5 dB, 6 dB, 7 dB screw-on antennas. You can do that if you want to.
We're back. Are we?
The Pro. That's no. I was thinking the advanced transmitter. He has the Pro transmitter. Is that the 4.4 KitKat Android operated transmitter? Man, I haven't talked Hubsan in so long. I think the Pro controller is the Android one. I don't know, man. They're all super limited. They all run on that silly 5.8. Oh, the Advance. Yeah, the Advance. I would just try some bigger antennas. You can get one of them to run. I think on the right side is actually FPV, and on the left side is 2.4. So you can get a 6 dB antenna to screw on the top of that one and bend it upright. And then on the other side, you can get one of those high gain panel antennas. Those should work pretty good. I know it comes with one, but it sucks. So there's a bunch of them that you can try, man. There's a tele. Oh gosh, I forget what it's called. I haven't used that antenna in forever. Telescoping coil antenna that actually shoots 5.8 extremely far. However, it's very directional. So a lot of people didn't go with that route. Nobody else wants to join us on panels, just me and the Kiwi.
I've scared them off, mate. It's all this beautiful scenery around me.
It's your fault, bro. It's all your fault.
I'm sorry. It's night time your time and yeah, mid-afternoon here.
Mid-afternoon, huh?
Yeah. Wow. I suppose, yeah, it's 3:30 Tuesday afternoon.
So let me ask you a question. What natural disasters do you have in New Zealand? For those of you that just popped in, we've already finished the discussion of how to fly. If you're not a 107. What's that?
Earthquakes and floods, and that's about it, really.
Are you below the sea level?
No, we're about 300 meters above, but we're in the middle of the bottom of the South Island.
True.
We've got about two or three ranges of mountains between us, so no tsunamis where we are, but about a week and a half ago we had a 7.1 out the other side of Te Anau, and the light was shaken and the mirror was swinging from side to side for about 10 seconds, but there was no damage because the population is not there. So if anyone wants to look up, I think it was 2011 the Christchurch earthquake, and 2015 was the Kaikoura one.
Okay.
It lifted the sea out of the sea basically about 3 meters. Left a lot of native power, which is like abalone, high and dry, and Doc says you're not allowed to go and touch them. So all that seafood that's protected was just wasted. So good on the government.
I feel like you just spoke in tongues to me, and I have no idea what you just said, but I'm going to smile and act like I do.
Pawa is abalone, which is like a big seashell, sea fish, sucky slug thing.
Okay.
Very, very tasty. Very tasty.
All right. Tasty.
But anyway, tasty.
That sounds
Yum,
good.
yum.
You may have to send me one. I'll pay for it. If you can ship it with dry ice, I'll buy it and cook it.
I will get a power shell and send it to you.
Really?
Empty, because I'm not allowed to send you a real one.
Right. Still, that would be some cool stuff. I got to see if I can Google what this thing looks like. All right.
P-A-U-A.
P-A-U-A?
Yep. Power.
Power shell. Interesting. Let's see what we got here. Oh, these are actually kind of crazy looking. Do they actually
sort of
look like that?
opalescent. But
Yeah.
a big one can be the size of my hand.
Really?
Yep.
They almost look like clams, but much prettier. It's like the pearl ended up on the outside somehow.
It's basically just a big sea slug with a shell on its back.
Right. I'm going to share this. This is crazy.
Do you get limpets over there?
I don't know what that is. A lumpet.
Limpet. Limpet is a sucky shellfish with a pointy bit.
I have no clue, man.
There you go. Power shell.
Yeah. Yeah, this is kind of crazy looking.
Hey, Dan, we've just turned your channel from a drone channel to an educational channel.
I'm telling you, I love to learn things. This is awesome, man. Somebody made a clock out of one? This is kind of crazy.
You can crush them up and put resin with them and do what you like with them, mate. You know, it's, like I said, it's opalescent. The sun catches it, different colors, and the shell itself is just pretty plain. It's like it's got crustaceans and stuff on the outside. You got to sort of grind that off and polish that off.
Huh. Is it just me or is the video not working? Yep, Roadkill, the C, I got 150 back. Oh, yeah, so don't ever buy a Hubsan. It'll fly back to China. I don't care what one you got. Don't ever buy a Hubsan product. They go back to China. Unannounced. One day they just give up on you and they're like, I hate you, and they just leave. They never come back. Oh, they're all over in California. Really, Rick? I didn't know that. Tastes like a conch fritter. I feel like I started a stream that people are speaking just different languages to me today.
Well, if you look up abalone, which is the cousin of the paua, Australia has a lot of them, but they don't have paua. Paua is native to New Zealand waters only.
All right, so you said abalone?
Abalone.
Okay.
Abalone with an E on the father at the end. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, they look almost kind of the same, don't they?
They're just sort of mother of pearl looking.
Yeah. Huh. That's unique.
What gives the paua meat its color is iodine, so it's good for you as well.
Wesley, everybody loves their Hubsan until it flies away. You trust me when I say this. Everyone is in love with their Hubsan until it flies. Even well, the only person that still really sticks it out is Sean. Sean's the only one that I know that really sticks it out with Hubsan. No matter what, thick and thin, he's on. He's on Hubsan's side. I love him to death, but he can't get over Hubsan. I tried to help him through that variance with Solo, the 3DR Solo, but he still goes back to the Hubsan.
No, I've got a Mavic Air. I've spent a bit of money on it. I've got it. It does what I want it to do. I don't want to do anything stupid with it. I look after it, and I don't fly any more than a kilometer away, because as soon as you get about 200 meters away, it disappears anyway.
Yeah. Heck yeah. Oh, wow. We got Madowix in chat. I haven't seen Madowix in like forever. Good old Maddie. Maddie Cakes. All right. What did Roadkill say? I got it off eBay from MyFly. Got a great deal on it. Actually made money. Glenesis in the house. What is up, Glenesis? Hi, crap. The highest winds are over Baton Beach House right now. We are there. We are in New York. The house is closed up. Looks like Palm Beach County is getting slammed. Yeah, well, that's the thing, man. Yeah, I'm waiting to see because you know what? This hurricane has not made a hairpin turn. It hasn't. It hasn't done that thing that they're talking about. Here's Florida, and here's the hurricane coming at an angle like this, and I'm over on this side. Let's say, even though we're not really the mitten, just imagine this is Florida with the cutoff, and there's water all around. Okay, it's supposed to do this. I guess I must be simple. I've never seen a storm do that. It doesn't appear to be changing its path at all. It looks like it's coming right for us, and I'm in Tampa, so Orlando's already in strike zone. This is the second year now running that a hurricane or tropical storm is going to nail us, but I would rather have tropical storm than Category 1 or 2 any day. So I'll take tropical.
Can't all the politicians in the world just stand on the Florida coast and talk shit, and that'll just dissipate it into the ocean?
There you go. I'm hiring Chuck Norris. I'm just gonna have him stand outside my house. That's what we're gonna do, I think. You know,
get a bit old now.
Roadkill. I don't think it's gonna happen that way either. I'm fairly certain that Florida's gonna get slammed pretty hard. This thing is wobbling on all axes. I don't think it knows which way it's gonna fall. Whenever you have a hurricane that wobbles and stalls, you have no clue where it's gonna go. Your spaghetti maps stall. They're like, good luck. It's like the Wheel of Fortune. Just spin it and see what happens, you know? So, yeah. Looks like it's going to be a barrel across. That's what it looks like. It looks like it's just going to shoot straight across. And the screwed up part is if the eye actually clears Florida, right? If the eye actually makes it through Florida and it ends up being a tropical storm, it might build right back up into a Category 1, 2, and then 3. And then it may just pursue its course. You know, the only thing that builds a hurricane in mass is warm water, you know, deep warm water. When you get into shallow water, that's when it really starts to dissipate quickly. And obviously, if the eye hits land, then it doesn't have anything to help it build its momentum again or mass and size, and it starts to fall off pretty quick. So I'm interested. TCM, what's up, dude? Hope everyone stays safe. I'm safe, bro. I'm good to go. I'm good to go. Still waiting.
Say hi to everyone in chat because I'm just sitting here looking like a dickhead. But
hey, we got 17 people in here, man. I don't know how many people smacked the like button, but they should.
I can't see the chat because I'm on phone. So
yeah. So here, I'll just try to post it as it pops up so you can read it. Who that said I have a problem? I'm really hoping it turns. Yeah, well, you know, every single hurricane they said was going to turn didn't turn. Let's just put it that way. Charlie, Katrina, all these hurricanes were supposed to turn, and not one of them did it, and it was devastating to Florida. So, God, look at Andrew. Oh, my God. Andrew was horrific.
The thing is with weather, the same in New Zealand, the thing is with weather, it's only prediction. That's all it is. The weatherman and, you know, they're just guessing, and it's an educated guess, but no.
No, yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Like, the only person that should be talking, the only person that should really be talking about hurricanes, right, as of right now, should be the National Hurricane Society. They should be the only people speculating. I don't want to hear what local news has to say because their spaghetti maps suck and they have no idea what's really happening.
Yeah.
Scott's driving. Hey, Scott, why don't you come in here? Let's give you some support right now, bro. Let's get you in here so that we can get Scott some support. Scott has been asking me to assist him with some channel growth, and I think we got a few people in here right now. This may be a good opportunity to have him get some, you know, some love and support from everybody. So he's an up-and-coming channel. I think last time I checked his channel, he was at 39 subscribers. I'd love to see him gain a little bit more and grow. So,
well, I've spread myself thin over quite a few different channels, and I think I'm up to about 81 now. So I can't bloody remember, but it doesn't bother me.
Yeah,
I'm immobile at the moment. I've got plaster on. I can't do half of what I want to do, but until that time, hey, I support everyone else.
See, everybody bought the Solo because I suggested it, but who's really keeping up with it? Who's still doing things with it? Are any of you trying to do like third-party mods to it? Or I mean, that was the whole idea of the Solo was a drone that was going to grow with your skill set and become more than you could possibly imagine with just a little bit of tinkering. That's why we got into the solo. That's what makes it fun.
Solo's good. He shoots down those X-Fighter things.
What's that?
Solo's good. He shoots those X-Fighter things down.
Yeah. Oh man, let's see if Scott pops in here. I'm curious if Scott's going to come in. He hasn't responded.
Come on, Scott. Come on, Scott.
He hasn't responded yet, so I'm assuming he's trying to get in. That means he's probably creating an account right now. We may see him in a second. Got a gun. Got a gun. Got a gun. Got to run, guys. Stay safe. I didn't say gun on YouTube, by the way. Hope you're recovering well. Here's Scott. Look, Scott is in. Scott has no camera, and he needs to turn his microphone on, but he's here. Oh, wait. We got a camera and no mic. You got to unmute yourself, buddy. There we go. All right.
What's up, guys?
What's up, brother? Let me ask you a question. Are you watching the stream somewhere else in your house? Because I hear a little bit of echo, like your microphone
No.
picking up.
Turn off whatever you guys got going on in both rooms. I got my kids turning it off. It might be in case it's interrupting us.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Cool.
So what's going on, guys?
Not much, man. So Scott, I'm gonna go to your channel here real fast, okay? And
Alrighty.
if you guys haven't checked out Scott's drone reviews, man, I told him I was gonna do a little bit of a support stream for him here, see if we can get him some subs. So if you guys haven't checked out his channel, he's also a 3DR pilot. But do you fly other things, Scott, other than 3DR or just 3DR?
No, just 3DR.
Okay. All right. And I see you're having fun with it. No gimbal yet?
Not a gimbal, man. I'm still. I was actually trying to find a camera that would work with the 3DR Solo. I'm having problems with that.
Oh, okay. So here's the deal. I just ordered another camera, a third party for $15 that shoots in 4K and says it has electronic image stabilization. If I plug it into the FPV port, if I plug it into the FPV port and it works, I'll share the link with you so that you can purchase it. Okay?
Man, that'd be awesome, man. I appreciate that.
Excellent. Every once in a while, I test these cameras. Oh my gosh, I'm so far behind in chat. Wow, how did I get so far back? TCM, Sean Brooks, JDS. Okay. JDS is in the house. JDS, what's up? Don't forget to subscribe here to Mr. Scott's drone reviews, okay, which I still haven't gone back to pull up his chat here, so let me do that. We're going to pull up his channel. All right, that's 2 T's, right?
How's it going, Scott?
Yep. Hey, how you doing, man?
Yeah, here we go. Okay. Oh, you're up to 42 subs. Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Copy this. We're going to paste it. So here's his channel, guys. If you haven't checked it out, make sure that you pop over there and you show him a little love and support. Glennesis, it is always good to see you, bro. You need to find a... Wait, who are we talking about? We're not talking about me. My camera's in good shape. It's in good shape. Steven's laying into me about my camera not working very good. Yeah, so that's Rick. That is later to come. But imagine if you could buy a $15 camera that has electronic image stabilization and it's actually good. I would say that might actually beat the Hero 4. Maybe not camera quality wise, but if it does have EIS, that may actually be pretty cool, especially if it doesn't have a gimbal right now. That could definitely help, steady his footage without having to have the gimbal and still have FPV if you can plug in. Right?
As of right now, I'm just looking for a camera to help. I mean, be the greatest, but just to get it up in the air and start doing something with it.
Right. Wayne's videos. What is up, brother? Yuzimu, I subbed to Scott. Nice. I can't even pronounce that. Uziyuma. I like that. That's an awesome name. YouTube brother. Great to see everybody. Hi, everybody. DB Power N5 Pro is great for 40 or 50. That's a good call. So, all right, well, let's get back to Scott. Scott, why don't you tell us a little bit about your channel, and then we're also going to get back into Mr. Kiwi. Kiwi, I want you to tell us what you really do on your channel as well. So let's start with Scott, and then we'll work our way to Kiwi.
Well, I started flying drones probably about 8 years ago, and I just right away, I just love the excitement about flying, and period. And a group of people you can meet during that process is just, that's one of the funnest parts about it, is meeting people that are into the same stuff that I am.
Right.
And I started out with I'm sure you guys know about the SEMA X8W. I started flying drones that were not real high quality drones, just to get to know drones and how to control them, which I think everybody should start out with a drone that's, don't go run on out and buy a Phantom or, one of the expensive drones, because if you crash it, you're spending a lot of money. So I started out flying, toy grade drones, and then moved up to the ones I got now, which right now I have 3. I have the 3DR Solo, the Parrot Bebop 2, Bebop 1, and the DJI Spark.
Right. So that's not too bad. A Parrot Bebop 2 is a fantastic platform. And the DJI Spark has potential if you take the restrictions off it. It has potential. So
And that's the biggest problem with DJI. People agree. You can't even go out right now, and mostly like the Bebop 2, you can sit it down and fly anywhere, but you go to start up a DJI and it's restricting you from everything, and I think that's pissing a lot of people off.
Right. I started with the Inspire. Izumi Yuma says, "Who cares? He's fine." There you go. He said, Steven said we could make a kung fu movie out of Scott's Connection. Apparently, you look like you're a really bad dubbed over Chinese version here. Let's see.
Oh, really? What?
A really bad, like, dubbed over Chinese language over. You know how, like, you watch an English movie, but it's actually a Chinese movie? You see what I'm saying? Like,
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I gotcha.
And so the mouth is moving. Yeah, I want a sandwich. Like,
hey, but as long as you can hear me, that's all that counts.
Yeah, I assume you're on your cell phone.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So Kiwi, tell us a little bit about your channel. I'm going to post Scott's channel in the link again, guys. If you are not subscribed to Scott, please make your way over there and do that. Comment on one of his big videos here, one of his more recent ones, so that he's able to get back with you and subscribe if you sub to him.
Yeah,
Kiwi.
I appreciate it. If you guys can help me out.
The floor is yours, Kiwi.
Okie dokie. I don't know how laggy I am at the moment, but
You're good.
I'm on the phone. I'm on wireless data on my phone, but my channel is, I live in quite a rural area of the deep south of New Zealand. Drones are relatively new here. Yes, you can get your equivalent in New Zealand of the 107 over there, but where I am, we're nowhere near any famous buildings, no presidential flight paths, no airports, no nothing. So I just trip around the place and take video footage or drone footage of all the local hotspots around my area. And when I get my foot fixed, I will be going up to Glenorchy, which is the other side of Queenstown, which is a no-go zone. But yeah, I'll be doing a wee bit more.
Uzi Yuma's really going in here. Anybody who subs to Scott's channel, I'll hit you back with 5 accounts. Not too shabby. So let me ask you a question there, Mad Kiwi. When did drones start showing up in New Zealand? What year did you start seeing them? And when did they get popular?
Because our dollar is probably, well, say $100 New Zealand's about 125 US. Just to give us some idea, the price of gold at the moment is about 2,150 New Zealand dollars an ounce.
Right.
So you can sort of work it out that way.
Whew.
But probably about 5 years ago, there was a big mad rush. People selling drones to farmers so they can go around their sheep and check their stock without having to go and interrupt them on their motorbike when they're lambing or calving or whatever. So
it actually makes a lot of sense.
They can view it all. Yeah. And New Zealand has come a long way as far as drones are concerned, but it's still pretty backward compared to you guys with population.
Steven said, if you don't sub to my channel, I'll hit you back with 10 accounts. Oh my gosh. Sean says, I subbed to Scott's drone reviews earlier. Here, Yuzumi. There you go. And he said, okay. All right, Wayne.
Appreciate it, guys.
Yeah. Like I said, man, I figured this was a free for all. When I first started it, I wanted to get the pertinent information out of the way and then just open it up and have some fun. So this works out. Even though probably people are stopping in trying to find out about the drone stuff I talked about. Now they're like, where is the drone stuff? You know. Well, we'll wait. I'll let them sit and simmer. So for those of you that did stop in for the original topic discussion, it was the first 5 minutes of the stream. So when it's done, you can go back and review it and watch it if you were curious. So, yeah. So Scott, you're tatted up there, bro. What have we got going on here, man? I saw the rings too. Are you a biker?
No, I mean I've had bikes, but I got in a pretty bad wreck on one of them. I had a 74-year-old man hit me in an intersection. So right now it's just kind of the way I look. I got my whole skull tattooed. I'm sure you can see.
I see that.
Scully.
Quite a bit of them.
So just a fan of
Yeah, I'm a tattoo artist also.
Oh, well, that makes sense. Okay, yeah. So you like to practice on yourself, have a little bit of fun, see where things go?
I've got a lot of people I've tattooed over the years. My wife's fully sleeved on both arms. She got more tats than I do.
Wayne, I can only do. Actually, hold on a sec. Let me just open a notepad. It's really kind of hard to do all this while StreamYards is open. But let me see if I can create a new notepad. New text document. Open this up.
Okay, guys. I've just got to shoot. The wife's just come home from work. She's a probation officer, so I've got to be a good boy.
Oh, yeah. Don't want to end up in the doghouse.
No.
Okay. Yeah.
But anyway, enjoy, and I'll pop back in again another afternoon when you're about.
Sounds good, Mad Kiwi. Thanks for popping in, bud. First time.
It's nice talking with you, man.
I'm going to suss you out, Scott, so there's another sub for you. I mean,
appreciate
I'll
it,
be
bud.
on your bus. On the bus.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, mate.
Hi,
Ta-da, bud.
later.
See you, everyone. Bye.
All right, so you're here. You made it into one of my streams, and
I made it.
Should we check where you're at now? You started at, well, I think you started at 39, but I think after I started talking, you got up to 42. So let's see where you're at now.
All right.
Yeah, so you're at 45.
Cool.
6-7 gain, maybe, not too bad.
Anything helps, you know that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This isn't exactly a daytime stream. Daytime, that's when you get flooded with a lot of the day people.
Yeah, I hear you.
I chose to do this one pretty late after watching a questionable video somebody put up, and I thought it was kind of better to put the accurate information out there. So,
right.
Yeah. So let's see what we got here. All right, who wants to pop in? Do we have another person who wants to come on in here? I got you, Scott. I know you're about to say something. I'm gonna let you say it right meow.
No, I was just seeing how things were going with you, and I saw your latest video for the noodles, man. I was dying watching you do that, man.
Dude, I think I'm still paying the price.
I'm sure you are.
Yeah. And before I even started the stream, I had another bathroom session. It was great.
Hey, that's exactly what I was thinking. I said, man, his trip to the bathroom is going to be a doozy, man.
Interesting. It was interesting. Luckily, it came out a little hot, so not as bad as I thought. I thought I was going to have to massage my butthole with an ice cube. But I didn't have to go that far with it, man. I was saved the butthole infusion.
Good for you, man.
I did not want to go on the butthole excursion. That was not. I've done that before with the Carolina Reaper, and let's just say that did not turn out well. So,
well, I was feeling for you just watching you eat that, man. That shit looked like it just looked hot.
The worst thing is, I have to do the part 2 of that because apparently that wasn't the hottest. Now they came up with an X times 2 hottest noodles. I didn't know that when I ordered. Otherwise, I would have just ordered the hottest ones first.
Right, I hear you.
You look them up, and it's like everybody was like, "Soya Yum Yum, that's the one." And I was like, "Okay, purchase." And then I scrolled a little bit more, and it was like Soya Yum Yum 2X, and I was like, "Oh, come on, man! I'm paying $8 for
But isn't the Carolina Reaper the hottest pepper though? As of right now?
Not anymore. It was taken over by a pepper called Dragon's Breath, or more commonly known as an HP 224 strain, or the Pepper X.
Jesus.
Yeah, so
I'll be watching for that one.
I was big into the eating that, like the Moruga brain strain. That's a pretty rough one. The chocolate bootla jaloki. That's another crazy one, dude. 7-pot dogla. That's I mean, these are the scorpion butch tea pepper. Like, these are hot peppers, bro. These are no joke, man. But Carolina Reaper, I think, was the one that really put it over the edge for me. When I hit the Reaper, man, I just remember biting into it, and I got this sensation of like fruit passion at first. I was like, this actually tastes pretty good, until I chewed up the seeds, which is where
shit.
the Capricia is in the seeds. That's where it's the hottest, is chewing up the seeds.
Right.
So as soon as I did that, man, I realized I made a fatal mistake, a fatal flawed mistake for my taste buds. They were gone. I annihilated my taste buds. I couldn't taste anything accurate or normal for like 2 weeks. Like, I just decimated them. It was like drinking scalding hot coffee and waiting for your tongue to heal. It was horrible.
Yeah, I don't do well with hot stuff, man. I've tried it before, and I learned to regret it real quick. So how long? Let me ask you something. How long you been flying drones?
5 years.
5 years. You seem. I'm just asking because you seem pretty knowledgeable. I mean, I watch you a lot, and you seem to know a lot about it.
I was already into drones before I got on YouTube, and that was at the 3-year mark. I'd already been flying helicopters and, some of the first phases of drones. I didn't really get into actually, I take that back. I was modifying and flying the Cheerson CX-20, which is another APM driven. It's like Arducopter, basically APM driven software. It's open source.
Right.
Yeah, kind of like the Solo. And I was having a blast modifying that thing. And then it flew away, and I was like, man, I don't have the money to buy a new drone, like tons of money to buy anything decent, like the Phantom 3 or all these drones that were just hitting the market. The Phantom 2 Vision had just phased out, and it was coming into the Phantom 3, and I was like, all right, well, you know what? Hubsan, I saw this 501S, and I was like, all right, well, I'm going to buy that and see what happens. And I was disappointed at first because no stabilization, no gimbal, no nothing like that.
Right.
But I was pretty impressed by the flight time. And then I started, of course, modifying it. And then I became the Hubsan guy, which is how my channel kind of took off, was because of Hubsan.
Right.
I started modifying and tampering and tinkering and putting all my videos up. Next thing I know, I'd put up a video and I would get like 2,000 views in the first 60 minutes the video was up. And I was like, holy crap. I amassed this massive group of Hubsan people that were watching me.
Well, I saw you modify the one Hubsan, which I was looking at it. I saw you were using one of the SEMA battery packs.
Sure.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, I try a little bit of everything, man. I'm not afraid. Like, the only way that you're going to get into unknown territory is by testing. Anytime you find yourself in that unknown territory, it can either go really well or extremely horrible. And I'm willing to be the guinea pig and push both sides of the boundaries, and see which one comes out on top. So,
well, that's the only way you're going to learn. I mean, is by doing the things and kind of seeing how it works.
Right. And well, I mean, that's part of the fun, though. You got your really diehard people that are like, why would you even have tested that without putting a multimeter on it? Like, because it was fun and it was easier. I could just attach it and see what happens, or I can go through this entire process of documentation, which now that I'm more of a weathered pilot and modifier, I do find the need to keep results. I do like to make a whole list of things that I've tried, how they came out, trying them in different, and then comparing my data sheets that I come up with. I enjoy that now because I'm more of a hobbyist now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right. Gotcha.
I like to compare my numbers. I like to be able to show those numbers to people. So when somebody says, hey, you're lying, I can be like, well, if it's such bullshit, why does it work?
Right. Here's the proof right here.
Data. You tell me why it works and why it doesn't, So it's easier that way. But yeah, I got big because of Hubsan. I think they put me up to the 3,300 mark within a matter of like 4 months. I want to say I was at 3,300 subs, and after that, I kind of I had a major fallout with Hubsan. They were letting me test firmware and doing all these things, and we had a massive breakup. It was a bad breakup, let's just say, and I found out a bunch of stuff about the company. It was really shady, and I decided to walk away from the company and make a few questionable videos that they didn't like. One of those being the Hubsan Hitler video. If you guys have never seen the Hubsan Hitler video, It is pure gold. I encourage you to watch it. That video earned me the title at Hubsan of being the bad guy. Whenever they talk about drone worship, I am known as the bad guy. So there you
Well,
go.
one of the things about which I think is unfair is, a lot of times when you do a drone review, the company just expects you automatically to say, "Hey, it's the greatest thing I've ever flown."
Right.
Rather than you being honest to giving an honest review, which they falsely, make you believe that that's what they want you to do, but in reality, they want you to tell everybody it's the best thing around. Which, if you're true to your viewers, you're not going to feed them a line of bullshit. You're going to tell them exactly what your opinion is and the quality of the drone itself.
Hence why the people that should grow don't grow nearly as fast, because we're honest. The ones that grow faster, Quadcopter 101, the RC Sailors, the blah, 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 so on and so
Right.
forth. All these people that just get the stuff. Oh, yeah, it's great for kids. It may not fly good for adults, but kids would love it.
Yeah, that's their way around it. Instead of telling the truth, they say, "Well, it'd be great for your 9-year-old."
Right, who now you've actually ruined the kid's hobby experience to the point where he never wants to fly drones again. You've killed the hobby for that kid. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That to me pisses me off. I get really upset by that. So I set forth with my channel to always try to be as honest as possible with everybody. I don't care how expensive the product is. If I throw it out the window, I had good reason to do it. You know,
Right.
I don't care whether the company likes it or not. That's not my problem. I built the empire. I run my empire. You asked my opinion. I gave it. You didn't like it. You shouldn't have asked. Sorry.
That's right.
So
Couldn't agree with you more.
I'm not a sellout. Never will be. I don't care.
Well, there's a lot of them out there. You know that, and I know that.
Well, that's why the people that are honest will always grow slower, because we don't get the stuff sent to us like the big channels do that just suck up and say everything's awesome.
Right. I mean, if somebody wants to send me an Inspire, I'd be more than happy to accept one.
The problem is people sending stuff normally is little Chinese cheap junk that they want. And don't get me wrong, those little Chinese drones get a ton of views, but at the cost of what? Of your questionable character now. You're becoming someone that I normally probably won't agree with. Now, it was the issue that I had with Banggood and GearBest was they would send me something, and if it didn't work, I would cut it in half with a chainsaw, right? and they would send me a thing, and I would say, okay, I'm just going to let you know and be honest. Oh, yeah, we want you to be honest. That's good. That's good. Our viewers need to know these things are great. I'm like,
right.
Cool. And then I do the review, and they get back to me, and they go, we didn't like your video. And I'm like, okay, and? And they're like, we ask that you take it down, and we'll send you something else. And I'm like, no, it's not how this works.
No, it's not how it works at all.
I thought this works, but I get it. It's not good for business, but let me give you a suggestion. Maybe send me things that aren't going to fail, because I'm going to be honest. And if that means
exactly.
You should only send me hobby grade stuff, then only send me hobby grade stuff.
Right.
If the failure rate is a lot less, then you pretty much assume I'm probably going to say these things are pretty great. I'm going to put them through some rigorous testing. I'm going to keep track of my data, my pros and cons. I'm going to do my video about it. If you don't want me to say these things suck, don't send me crap. It's really
That's right.
There's nothing complicated about how this works. So
don't get me wrong. There's a lot of reviewers out there that they will give an honest review, but there's a lot of them out there that they just want to tell the company what they want to hear.
Wayne said those were great videos. They were great videos, except they earned me a place in China. I have been red listed in China. They won't send me anything anymore. Like across the board, China's like, avoid that guy. So I haven't received any review opportunities in quite a while since I started. Like there was one video I did, bro, where I did have you ever seen the movie Office Space?
Yeah, I've seen that.
Where they take the thing outside and they stomp it and hit it with a baseball bat.
Yep.
Okay, I did that same exact thing. I basically was like, okay, I'm judging this thing, and I slowed the whole video down and I dropped it on the floor, and then I went and grabbed a hammer to that music that was playing in Office Space, and I started crap out of it with a hammer. And apparently they didn't find that amusing. I thought it was funny. Everybody else thought it was funny, but and then you had a couple people that were like, well, you could have sent that drone to somebody who needed it. And I'm like, you don't understand. It sucks. I'm not going to send this drone to somebody if it sucks.
Right. What sense would that make?
It's just going to ruin their experience,
Just so they could tell you that you sent up something that's crap.
Exactly. The Glennis says, I remember the Office Space video laughing my ass off. I mean, but these, I had to stop doing it because everybody was getting so mad at me. Like, all these people are like, just stop doing that kind of stuff, man. And I'm like, why? It's my channel. I have fun. If you don't like it, don't watch it. You know?
One of the reasons why I brag a lot, I'm sure you've seen the videos about the Bebop, is because that's been my true experience. I've had the Bebop since 2016, and I can tell you that I've never once had a mishap with it.
No.
It comes back every time it's supposed to. It flies back, it flies, it lands within 2-3 feet of where you took off.
Fully acceptable.
It's very responsive. I mean, that's why I give it the props that I give. If it flew like crap, I'm going to tell people, hey, it flies like crap, don't buy it. But that's not been my experience at all. So,
and I find that the majority, when I hear the stories, like if I'm on the Facebook group, somebody says this happened, I go, no, that shouldn't have happened. That sounds like user error to me. That doesn't sound like something the drone would do. There's fail safes to engage for that exact reason right there.
Exactly.
I'm not saying that every single one of the drones doesn't have a defect. I'd be stupid to say something like that, but that's with any electronics. You may get, let's say we're talking about a Texas Instrument, a TI-83 Plus calculator, you may get 100 that are perfect and one that's not, for whatever reason, one part failed, and that's, but it doesn't, if you get 100 out that are good and one that's bad, I would say those are pretty good odds. Those numbers are fairly good. So,
well, watching a lot of videos, one of the things I see people do all the time, and they don't, that's the part they leave out. I've seen people go out and they read about, hey, this drone can handle 15, 20 mile an hour winds. Listen, I can be the first to tell you, I don't care if that's what they say, don't do it.
Mm-hmm.
If you see the tops of the trees whipping around, you probably shouldn't take your Bebop out and go fly it, because the wind's going to push it, and it's going to end up in somebody's backyard or in a field somewhere. And that's your own fault.
No, it is. And you never know the honesty. And that's why when people say that these things happen, I say, well, why don't you show us the T-logs? Let me see those. Let me see those logs that were, did you get it back? Yeah, I got it back. Well, can I see the GPS logs? I'll be able to tell by uploading the GPS logs what took place. It's going to tell me exactly what controls you hit at what time and what was activated and how things went down. I mean, that's what the T-logs are for. Whether
you were getting a wind warning, all that stuff.
So, I don't take people at face value. I like to, hey, I mean, that's what they're for. That's why they included them in there. And that's why even DJI, like, if you know how to read the T-logs, you can tell exactly what happened to your own drone. You don't have to send it back to DJI. You can learn yourself about these things.
The only drone, which I've seen you fly it before, the only drone that I can honestly say, because I've flown drones long enough, I know what I'm doing. I bought the Breeze Cam, and I saw you on one of your videos flying it.
Sorry.
I did have it. I had it above, I was right in the front, and it was next to my neighbors. And needless to say, it fell out of the sky, all motor shut off, and it just came down like a rocket and missed my neighbor's the windshield of his Dodge Charger by about 2 feet.
Yeah. So, Stephen, if you're watching, I'm going to be getting rid of the Breeze. I thank you for sending it to me, sir, but I'm scared of it. It doesn't react well. It has a lot of problems. The latency lag is unbearable. There's nothing I've been able to do to make it better. I think it was a poor drone decision from Unique to ever create the thing. I think they and not come back and solve the problems for the people that purchased. And by the way, the batteries are still almost $50 a piece. I'm not going to spend that much on a questionable product.
That's the other thing. Their customer service sucks.
Yeah, Unique. They don't care about customers anymore at all.
Yeah, they don't give two shits about. They don't hear your complaints about nothing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna plug in here real quick before I die.
Yeah, we're down to 10. Let me send another invite link, see if anybody else wants to come in here. Let's see if we can amp up the chat again. Now we're down to 9. So let's post again. If anybody would like to come in. Glenn says, why don't you join us, man? You've never joined me on panel. Why don't you bring your butt in here? You don't have to have your camera on. Just turn your audio on. Just come on in, man. I invite any of you to come in. It's easy to sign in to the link that I've supplied. It's really easy. Just turn your camera off if you're not comfortable and just talk to us, man. It's fun. Anybody. Don't feel shy. This is how you learn how to do these things. This is how you get into open discussion with people. I think you'll find you'll have a lot of fun if you just pop in on some of the streams that people offer. It's a really good time. Are you having fun, Scott?
Hey, I'm always having a blast talking to you, man.
Are you learning stuff?
Absolutely.
That's what I like to hear, man.
You can never say that you know everything. All of us, we all learn. It's a learning experience for all of us. So
I was told that I forget how it was put today. Someone said that I don't know how to put it. I sound stuck up, or I don't think I sound stuck up. I think I command, what's a good way to say this? I can learn something from someone every day. I'm not a professional.
Right.
I don't claim to be a professional. I may have strong input and I feel a very certain way, but until you teach me otherwise, I'm going to feel that way. And so the best thing you can do is to offer and present your side of it so I can Google, do research myself. And then, hey, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'll tell you I'm wrong. It's
Right.
it's do it on the middle of the stream while I'm having an argument or debate with somebody. I'll go, let me just check that. Hey, I was wrong. You are absolutely right. I've been wrong this entire time. I apologize. It's really simple. Maybe I come off as that kind of demeanor douchebag. I don't know, but I have fun doing this. I think I have kind of a DJ finesse voice. I carry things very well. I'm not afraid of the camera. I love everybody. Or I try to. There are some questionable channels that I get not along with. But beyond that, it's all good. You'll find some people that you just don't like on here at some point, Scott. It happens to everybody. There's just some people that just tickle you the wrong way, man. Sometimes I have that knack.
Yeah, I hear you.
So
I've never gotten I've watched a lot of your videos. I've never gotten the impression of you being stuck up, but I guess everybody has their own opinion.
Dad Random today, I was on his stream and I forget what he called me. It wasn't stuck up. And I love Dad. Chris is a really good dude. Chris is very straightforward. We actually came up with the Parrot Bebop 2 base station setup, and he was doing the testing with me when I came up with that idea. And the only reason I came up with that idea was because I got tired of flying in the heat, and I knew that if I was able to create a Wi-Fi base station, set it on the roof of the car, I could close the door, sit in the air conditioning, and fly inside my car, and still have full signal with the base station on top of the car. So I was trying to design a rig for people that are in hot weather, or cold
Right.
weather. You want to fly when it's cold out, throw it on top, turn the heat on, get back in your car and fly.
Well, I know out here. I mean, I live in Missouri, and it's pretty damn hot out here, so I know all about that. I mean, I try not to fly it if it's too hot. We all know that that's not good to fly in extreme heat, but
Oh yeah,
I try not if in extreme cold as well. But really, out here you have no choice. You got to kind of pick and choose your days you go out and fly.
Yeah, we're coming up on that time when it's going to start getting colder again. I have to start throwing the LiPo reminders out there for everybody. Everybody's like, there's no true evidence of whether LiPo batteries are affected by the cold weather. And I just want to say to all those people, if there's anybody in here that thinks that cold weather does not affect LiPo batteries, you would be completely wrong. It absolutely does affect the lifespan of the battery when it's cold out.
No, absolutely.
I don't know if you've ever seen what a LiPo battery looks like under a magnifying glass when it's fully charged. You can see, like, it almost looks like little tiny, I don't know, worms just running back and forth at high rates of speed inside the battery, inside the cell area. And it's really cool to witness that through a microscope. But when you take that outside and you cool the battery off, it actually starts to slow them down. And when that happens, what happens? You lose power deficiency. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Taking a fully charged battery and it starts knocking the life right out of the battery. So
hey, I'm glad you were talking about full charge batteries. You just reminded me to look at my Bebop.
Oh yeah, well, burn that battery off, man. Make sure to get it down. Storage status. Don't let it sit there fully charged.
No, I was out flying today, so I had to recharge it.
Nice. Heck yeah. Wayne says you're just having fun, and that is the case, man. As long as this remains fun, and this is what I told everybody, just so you know, this is how you know the day that I'm done with YouTube. For anybody who's in here right now, you get a privileged peak of the future if I ever decide to walk away from YouTube. You will know that I have made the decision to walk away from YouTube, because what I will do is I will go and I will take a massive crap in my toilet. And then I will take my phone camera in there and I will record me flushing it down the toilet and walking away, and it will stop the camera right there, and I will upload that footage. The day you see that video is the day that Dan walked away from YouTube. Don't ask where I am. You probably won't see me again. I had fun. Okay? So, uh-oh, did we lose you? I don't have audio anymore, I don't think. Did I turn off my thing? Hold on. Off, on. Nope. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, we got audio back. That was weird. Oh, man, I touched my eye and now it's like burning. I don't know what I touched. I touched something. So,
Yeah, but like I said, the reason, I just want to get people interested in the channel. I do it a lot. We all got into it because we love doing it. I mean, that's for sure. But I just don't want to. I don't want to be doing it if there's not enough people out there that are interested. I mean, I put up good videos, in my opinion. I try to show people what these drones can do and the different footage you can get when you're flying them. But if anything could help.
Well, this is for everybody that's still in here once again. Unfortunately, the drone market is slowing down, and just like any technology, once it hits a stagnant point, it normally doesn't recover the same way it did the first time around.
Right.
You're jumping in the game really late, Scott, and that's going to make it hard for growth. Everybody's
Right.
kind of their fill of these products already. Most people see drone technology as about as efficient as a toaster now, or as interesting as a toaster, and that is a problem, because for the first 7 years that this was taking place, everybody was wowed by drones, and now people are like so negative against them, or they just don't care anymore, that it's fun for the diehards and us hobbyists that are going to stick it out and continue the interest. But I think as far as the drone technology is kind of starting to hit its pinnacle point, okay,
Right.
which is why the market is becoming stagnant for consumers. And it's just like cell phones. Cell phones have kind of hit their pinnacle. TVs have kind of hit their pinnacle. Computers are kind of getting to the point where you can't take them any further. It's just
Right.
technology, and we knew at some point it was going to start to slow down, and it's showing. People can't really tell the difference between 1080i and 4K, and if you can't tell the difference between 4K and 5K. There's no way.
Exactly.
They can't catch that. They can't detect the difference. You know what I'm saying? So,
Well, I think a lot of when you're talking about the people that have issues with drones, I think the biggest part of there's a large portion of people that don't understand drones. They think you're out to spy on them, and I know there's a lot of haters when it comes to the drone industry, but I'll never stop flying whether I have this channel or not. It's always going to be something that I'll do whether I'm on YouTube or not.
Well, that's just like Wayne's saying. I continue to do this because I have fun. Now, don't get me wrong. My channel's big. It's almost at 10,000, and I'm setting myself up for future stuff for when drones fail, and
Right.
and when drones stop becoming a popular thing. I'm setting myself up to do adventures and stuff. In my eyes, I have all the equipment to be a good vlogger and take some serious adventures with the stuff that I have, So
Exactly.
I'm trying to set myself up for the future of when drones aren't popular, and so. Anthony,
and who knows with all these restrictions, it might be sooner than we think.
well, and that's so this year. I don't know if you've seen the numbers, but this year alone, 37% decrease in GPS drone sales.
Yeah.
Since last year, 37. That is a massive number. It was a huge.
That's crazy.
I could understand like 9%, 7%. That's still a lot, but 37% of sales on GPS drones are down.
It's a large jump.
That's a large jump, man. That is a big number. And that's a scary number for people like you. Like I said, you, Scott, I'm sure you got into this wanting to grow as well and have fun. But
Exactly.
it's gonna be hard to see that growth if people are losing interest fast. So you have to start looking at this from a perspective of, hey, if I grow, I grow. If I don't, I don't. At least I'm having fun doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or
Exactly.
change your tactic now. Try to fit other things into your channel as well as drones, so that you're prepared for when it doesn't go through. You can
Right.
make a
I hear
transition
you.
into other things. So,
Well, I mean, like I said, I'll always fly drones regardless. I mean, I started it out for fun. You're absolutely right.
Mhm.
But, I'm not going to quit flying just because, maybe I don't have as many people watching as I would like. But,
See,
I got into it because I liked it. That's the end of that's it right there. It's all in it, all of it in a nutshell. I don't fly for other people's amusement. I fly for my own fun. And if other people want to see my experiences with the drones, then that's why I post my videos. But I'm not going to cry about it.
sure. I think honestly, to even hit 10,000 for me, I believe I did something I didn't think was possible. And to me, I've accomplished everything I've wanted to in this hobby so far. I've
Right.
hit markers that I've been trying to aim for. If I reach 10,000, I may not get a plaque from YouTube, but I'm going to pay to have one made that says I reached 10,000. I'm going to get that stupid gold thing, and I'm going to put it on my wall. And whether it's real or not, to me, it's my trophy. I committed to
Right.
it. I completed it. I hit 10,000. I'm winning in my book. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
And I made money. I never thought I'd make money on YouTube. I never thought I'd be a billionaire or a baller. I knew this wasn't going to change my life, but I was going to have fun doing it. Hey, if it became a little side hustle and I was able to help pay bills or buy extra things with the money, that's great. And
Yep.
that's what I got from it. I accomplished that. I told myself I at least wanted to get a couple big products from some big companies for testing. That happened. I got the Gladius underwater drone. I got the QC5 fish underwater ROV. I've had the chance to put my hands on some $3,000 products and play with them and, have a good time. And I've accomplished everything that I've really wanted to, and I've gotten everything from this that I want to, including helping people. And for me, that's
Exactly.
all I wanted. That's all I needed from this. It's been a great hobby. I've been having a lot of fun, and I hope it continues, and I hope to offer people more, So I don't want it to be over. I want the adventure to continue. So
I hear you. Well, you've done well, and I congratulate for that, man. I mean, I watch it because it's informational, and there's things that, there's a couple of things that I wanted to know, and, I went to look it up, and before I know it, I watched one of your videos, and I got the answers that I needed, so it helped me out.
Sure. I'm always, I can't answer obviously all the questions. Like I said, I'm not a professional. I may be a slight sense of drone guru. I think after flying for 3 or 4 years, you consider yourself some slight guru starts to pop into your head there. You start becoming well versed in all drones and how things work, and you understand antennas and signal range, and those are the true things that help you understand basically almost all the drones that are coming out. And once you get to that point, then I feel like you can start calling yourself some semi guru or well versed in the drone world, whatever you want to call it. And I feel like I've reached a marker about a year ago, and but I'm not a professional. I don't claim to be a professional, but I do dabble in a little bit of everything, and I try to share that knowledge with everybody. So it's the same thing I expect with you, Scott. If you grow up, if you get big, and you get real good at this, man, I hope that you turn around, you share your knowledge with everybody. So that's how we keep moving forward. That's the more minds involved on something, the cooler it becomes. So, yeah, Wayne, no, we're steadily losing people here. People are getting tired. It's 12:19. People are like, I got to work tomorrow.
I hear you.
I'm an all-nighter, dude. I'll get off here, and I'm probably going to blow up my wall. I got my micro projector over there in the corner. Hey, I got my mini projector. I'm going to put my Xbox 360, and I'm going to blow that wall up and just Call of Duty Modern Warfare all night on the wall.
There you go.
So that's the plans. Well, let's see how your growth did, man.
Well, I'm an all-nighter too. My wife don't get home till 1 a.m, so I gotta be up for her anyways.
Let's see how you did here, man. What's your growth? Did you stop at 46? You did. Let's offer this one more time to the people that are in here. Scott, what's your channel so I can subscribe? Red Kryptonite was good.
How you doing, guy?
Let's see here. Red, I love Red. I haven't been able to catch all his streams. He's been doing a lot of streams lately. Hashtag eat booty at Reds. There you go. That is Scott's link. If you guys haven't clicked on that and subscribe to his channel, show him some love, show him some support. Drop a comment on a recent video. He will get back to you. Correct, Scott? You'll do your best
Yes,
to get
I
back
will.
to these people and show some support. Excellent.
Yes,
That's
I will.
what I like to hear. Yeah, Red Kryptonite is he's a music creator and gamer and all around fun talk. So I'm at work 9:20 CA. What is it? 9:20 p.m. in California. Is that right? CA. Oh yeah, 12:21.
It's 11:20.
Yeah, 9. Okay.
It's 11:21 here in Missouri.
12:21 a.m. for me here in Florida. That night, I have a breaching hurricane about to wipe me out. So I might be a floater in the harbor. If this is the last time you guys see me, and I don't come back, and I didn't get a chance to make my poop video, just know that I had intended on doing it.
Oh man.
Yeah,
I
Red's
hope
a
we
good
never
dude,
have.
man.
I hope we never have to see that video.
No, man. Well, you know, it's been close a couple times, man. I've been like, you know what? I can't do this. I got way too much going on. You know, this is just fun for me. That's all this is. And as long as it remains fun, I'll keep doing it. That's what I keep trying to
I
tell
hear you.
everybody. As long as it remains fun and easy. I don't want to complicate things. When things get complicated, then it loses its fun factor. Keep things simple and you'll enjoy doing YouTube. I have over 1,000 videos in 3 years for a reason. That's because
Wow.
all of them are edited. All of them have music. They've all, you know, so just take that in consideration, man. I put some serious editing time in, you know, but that's only because it's fun. You remove the fun factor, I don't want to do it anymore. So,
Exactly.
work on golf course. Alan says he works on a golf course. That's awesome, dude. Are you? I assume you're mowing, washing carts. What are we doing, bro? Caddyshack? Huh? Baby Ruth pool digger. Anybody get that joke? No? Okay.
I got it.
I just watched both those the other day again.
Caddyshack.
Yeah, both 1 and 2.
Man, that's way back.
Oh, it is. He said, no, I water. You're a greenskeeper. Nice. I like that. I'm going to call you Hagrid. That's what it should be. Alan Gentry, Hagrid. I'm the groundskeeper. I like it, man. So technically you are the mole. You're the mole guy. You gotta, what was his name? I can't think of his name now. And I just watched it too.
On Caddyshack?
Bill Murray. Yeah. Bill Murray's character.
Yeah. I can't remember his name. We're talking, when did that come out? That was like in the, that came out in like 79, didn't it?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I think it was 70s.
Yeah.
Every once in a while you need a break from YouTube. Oh, I do, Wayne. When I want a break, I just walk, dude. I'll just say, hey guys, I'll be back when I get back. You got to take time for yourself, man. If it takes me 2 weeks, it takes 2 weeks. If it takes a month, it takes a month. You know, I've disappeared for a month and just come back and be like, all right, guys, I'm back. I'm refreshed. I have ideas. Let's do this. You know? So.
Yeah, definitely. When you check out that camera you were talking about, man, definitely send me that link because I'm interested.
Yeah. I got you.
I've got about 6 action cameras, and what happened was, I don't know how, they don't have any explanation for it, but when I order it, they show me that they have the micro USB and the port for doing your drones, but then when I get it in the mail, it doesn't have it. So I've acquired 6 of them now that I can't use.
Well, now that's what mine says. It says it has an HDMI port, which if it shows up and it's just a standard USB port, I'm going to get back with the guy and say, hey, what's the deal, pal? So
yeah, that's what happened with me. And we're talking 6 times.
Yeah. This is false advertisement. Okay. So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to take this up with eBay. Okay. And I'm going to tell them that your description is completely inaccurate from the product that you sold me. And that hits them hard. They get a massive big slap on the wrist from eBay when that happens. So if
Right.
they don't put the correct information, they just sell you a camera that doesn't have anything to do with the what they're offering. Like you get it and you realize it's not even 4K. It's shooting in like 280 at 640. That's bull crap.
Exactly.
Say it says 4K, it needs to be able to shoot 4K. So
Oh, this last one they sent me was, it wasn't a Hero. It was the, you know what I'm talking about. It's the GoPro action camera, and they sent it to me with a regular phone charger. Didn't even have the right cord.
oh, that's always fun. Oh man, Alan says no, it's manual watering all night. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. I'd come give you a hug, dude, but I'm sure you're really far away. But the bromance is always there if you need it. Just let me know. Virtual hugs, bro. I feel you. I feel your pain. So, well, still got 12 people watching. Somebody else want to come in? Let's see if we can get one more person in here before I shut it down. Give someone an opportunity to pop in if they want to. If not, Scott, I'm probably going to get ready to call it here.
All right.
We'll see what happens. I'll give them about 2 minutes to pop in. See if anybody wants
Sounds
to take
good.
that offer. Oh, man, I forgot to charge this thing. I suppose I can charge it now. Not that it matters. I'll charge it anyway. I don't know what's going to happen. Okay.
I think everybody's sleeping, buddy.
Yeah, that normally happens about this time. Everybody's like, I'm out of here. Bye, motherfucker.
Either that or they ate the same noodles as you did.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, still stank in the bathroom.
Wallpaper peeling in there.
I could take a poo and like 4 hours later I get home and the girlfriend will walk past the bathroom and be like, did you poo? And I'm like, 4 hours ago. Heck yeah.
That's one to brag about, man. That's bragging rights right there.
I do, man. Luckily I don't have any friends close by, or I'd be cashing in courtesy smells left and right. Yo, Steve, you have got to come over and smell this, bro. Nah, I don't care what you're doing. Courtesy smell, dude. You got it. And look, you'll owe me one later, all right? I don't care how rad it is. You owe me one later. Come over and smell this. Got to cash in the courtesy smells every once in a while. That's it. Nobody joined the green room. Nobody's in the green room. Wayne. This is the way I did it a long time ago. Been doing it for 17 years, he says. Oh, well, 17 years. My gosh, you must be a professional waterer. Is there such a thing? What do you call a professional waterer? Oh, I got no audio again. I think you covered your mic or something happened. Oh, you're muting yourself and unmuting yourself.
I'm not even touching it.
There you go. I don't know what happened. Something weird went down.
I don't know, because I'm not even touching it, so I don't know how it's doing it. But
what do you call a professional waterer? Would it have something to do with hydroponics? No, not hydroponics. Maybe. Hold on a sec.
You're gonna look it up.
It's the only way you learn, man.
I'm curious to know that answer too.
Let's see here. Pots and plants. No, definitely not pots and plants. Okay, hold on a sec. Okay. Would be irrigation.
Irrigation technician.
There's the sprinkler guy, the irrigation guy. Maybe irrigation. Should we go with that?
I'd go with that. It sounds more professional.
All right, Alan, you are the irrigation guy. We're going to go with it. Whether you fix sprinklers or not, it sounds professional to me. Yeah, there you go. There, Glennis says the irrigational engineer. Oh, that sounds like it's got a ring to it, bro. It's kind of snazzy. I like
It is
that.
kind of, it's a little snappy there.
What do you do for work? I'm an irrigational engineer. Fix high quality H2O for the ladies. I like it, Alan. I poke fun, man. Sorry. Someone who pees a lot. That's what we call a certified drunk.
That's right.
That's called Miller time. That's a legitimate beer commercial. We were talking about the other day. Beer commercials aren't realistic. I don't see them as being realistic in any kind of sense. You ever watch a beer commercial and people are like, yeah, oh, and somebody sets down Bud and everybody gets excited and they're all smiling and playing volleyball and drinking Budweiser. That's not realistic. That doesn't happen.
Yeah, well, they don't show them the morning after.
Oh, they don't show them what happens after 2 hours of that, you know? Now it's like an actual like beer commercial be like, you know, the Bud Light commercial starts. It's like, it's 4 a.m. You just pissed on a dumpster. You're naked laying on your car with your keys rammed up your ass trying to start yourself. It's Bud Light time, you know?
Yeah, I got to say, I was drunk one time and I actually ended up standing up and pissing in my own closet. So that was yeah. I thought I was standing in front of the toilet, pissed in my own closet. So that was before that was before I had kids. But I got a 21-year-old and a 14-year-old now. So that was years ago.
Ooh, Alan hitting us with the irrigation tech. What? I like it. Wayne said, water boy. Hey, water boy. Oh my God, that's bad, dude. That is bad. All right, well, nobody's joining us here. We're calling it. We're gonna call it,
bud.
Scott. Last opportunity to join Scott's channel if you haven't already. Here is Scott's YouTube link. I'm going to let this stand for 1 minute. We're going to say our goodbyes. If you haven't had a chance, go over there, drop him a subscription, comment on a recent video, let him know you're there. He will subscribe back to you. Scott, final word.
Yes, I will. You know, just let everybody know that I appreciate Dan, first of all, for giving me some support, and any support from you guys would help. You know, and I will subscribe back to you as well. And I also would like people to give us suggestions on maybe something they would like, you know, to see filmed from the drone, or, you know, a structure, whatever you don't normally see that you might want to see. I'm more than willing to do that too. And because I'd like to get out and fly over different things and get different views. You know, that's one of the things I'm thinking about doing, is expanding my location. So if you could subscribe and help the channel out, I'd appreciate it.
How open of an area do you have?
That I fly in directly? I live in Missouri, so I mean we have a lot of flatland out here, which is good for, you know, getting good distance. But you know, anywhere if there's a place that somebody wants to see flown over and it's, you know, it's here in Missouri, then I'm more than willing to go and do that flight.
Can I request a range test with the Sky Controller 2? It was something
with the Sky Controller 2
at a 300-foot altitude barrier the whole time, straight out away from yourself until you lose signal.
I will do it for you tomorrow.
My man, I would love to see that video.
I'll do that for you tomorrow, and I'll post it for you.
All right. Yeah, just remember, directional antenna, always keep it pointed at the drone. As you take off away from yourself, keep going upwards as you go out and bring it up to 300 feet and straight shot. No 400 feet. I want to see what happens at the 300-foot altitude barrier. I want to see how far you can go without actually having to climb.
Okay, so 300 feet and straight out?
Straight out, right away from yourself. The whole time just pushing straight, and as you go out, raise up, hit 300, and just go. And I want to see exactly how far you get. I got 2.4 miles away from myself, I want to say. 2.4 or 2.3 with the Sky Controller 1. I would love to see the numbers that the 2 produces. And that was in complete, no interference, nothing farm country, straight shot all the way out into the mountainy, watery, craziness. So I'm curious to see.
I have a good area for that. So that'd be that's a challenge. I'll do that for you tomorrow and we'll get that posted.
So remember, 5,280 feet in a mile. That's an easy way to remember. Now, I know you can choose between metric and whatever U.S. standard is, but so I think that 1,600 meters is a mile. I want to say that's right, like 1,600 meters is
I believe so.
And that, or 5,280 feet is a mile in U.S. So
I know it's in meters on when I fly, it's in meters, but I'll post what it is in meters and then what it is in feet.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that'll work. I'm looking forward to that. I want to see if the Sky Controller 2 can actually beat the Sky Controller 1. Now, my base station that I built with the Wi-Fi repeater, that got 2.7 miles, almost 3 miles away and almost 3 back. That was pretty exceptional. It beat both of the
That's pretty good.
Pretty serious range, man, using just a fly pad and a Wi-Fi repeater, with 2 big alpha antennas casting a signal. That was crazy. So yeah, man, I don't really, you're a small channel, so this is fun for you because you can do these types of tests and like nobody's really gonna see, see the video, so you don't worry about getting in trouble for it. But if a big channel like that, man, you're gonna run into some issues. Like if I did a range test now, people would complain if I went over a mile. So I can't do these types of fun things anymore. I used to love doing the range tests. I can do them for myself, but I can't share them now.
Right.
So, have fun, man. Go out into the middle of nowhere. I don't care what you do as long as you're in the middle of nowhere. That way if the drone flies away, where's it going to fly to? The middle of nowhere? Exactly.
Just a straight shot walking for it.
So I have no issue with those kind of range tests. Now, if you're doing range tests, inner city, towns, stuff like that, I have an issue with that. But if you go out in the middle of nowhere, dude, have fun, enjoy yourself. It's a pleasurable experience to see how far you can go. Your palms start to sweat after the first mile. You're like, oh my God, I'm out there so far.
Yeah. Remember, I wouldn't, if it's in the, I wouldn't do it if it's in the city anyways. Where I live out here, we have flat, all you see is cows and corn crops. So we'll get that done tomorrow.
All right. So just remember 300 feet. So as you go, start to take off. That way you're not killing battery. If you're going forward and you're going up, instead of just going straight up, that uses more energy to do that. If you start going forward and go up at the same time, it costs you
gradually go up.
Right. So the other thing I would suggest doing is turning around at 63 or 64%. Okay. Do not run it to the 50 mark. The 50 mark leaves no variance for failure. Okay.
I hear you.
If you turn around at 64 or 63, it gives you, 10, 11% of play around in case you lose signal or it's confused or whatever the case is, or there's wind on the way back. You have that 12% variable to help fight with the wind. And what I'm saying? So just always remember that, guys. Anytime I fly long range, I always cut my flight at 62 to 64%. Don't take chances that are unnecessary. Okay, have fun. It's an enjoyable thing. It really is. Get your palms a little sweaty. Get the shakes going. Like, oh my God, I'm 3 miles away. It's always fun. It's always fun. Get you really going. You start standing on your tiptoes. So, yeah. All right, guys. Well, thank you for coming on there, Scott. Mike B. I don't think I'm going to head to Discord, but thank you for popping in last minute. John Worship, about how many 3DR battery mods you sent out to date? None yet. I just finished all 4 of these. They all have their connectors now, so these are all ready to be sold for 40 a piece, and I'm starting a whole nother batch right now.
Damn.
So
that's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work, bro, but it's fun. It's fun. Once you get your rhythm down, you can really start knocking them out. So the hardest part is coming up with the type up. You have to type up and explain to everybody what batteries to look for, how to understand telemetry. You've adjusted the whole idea of what the stock pack used to produce, because that's the stock pack. This is what we take apart. It actually says Solo on the back. That's the old battery pack, but you remove the BMS. Remove the BMS, take that out, extract it, hook all the wires to it. It is a necessity. If you own a 3DR, it is a necessity to have a battery mod. So when you're ready, Scott,
right,
send me a battery and I'll send you.
I'm definitely thought about it. when I'm ready, I'm gonna look you up, man, because I know that the 3DR Solo batteries they're at the point where they're not exactly they're not new batteries. So
Nope. I don't care what anybody says, and they're still trying to charge $100 per used battery. So do not listen, ladies and gentlemen. If you are flying a 3DR Solo, do not throw out your batteries if they go bad. Keep them, because you need the insides if you want to keep flying your Solo. Okay, I need what's inside that battery to complete the battery mod. So do not throw your batteries. You are killing your chances of flying forever with your Solo by throwing the battery away. I need the battery to complete the mod. So you're just paying me for my time and knowledge and soldering and a little bit of equipment, some connectors, stuff like that. That's why it's only $40. Now, when I send it back to you, you're going to have a whole type-up sheet understanding how to choose your battery, how to understand the battery mod, what to look for, how to set up your voltage meter inside your app, all that stuff, so that you're not going to be flying by percentage anymore. You're going to be flying by voltage, okay? Which is a little bit different. The percentage is never going to match the voltage output value, okay? Once you disconnect the OEM battery, the only way to fly real time is voltage, all right? So you kind of have to have an understanding. 3.8 volts, the Solo's falling out of the sky, it's browning out, it's smashing into the ground head first. Okay, so that means be landed by 14.2 volts or 14.4 volts. The Solo needs to be in front of you landed. Okay, you start at 16.8 or 16.6, half of that, 1550, settle mark. Oh gosh, I'm at 1550. It's probably time to turn around and start coming back. I want to land on 14.2 volts. You know, after 14.2 volts, you have about 1.5 to 2 minutes of flight time. Once you hit 13.9, you're going to hear the motor start to wind down at 13.9. At 13.8, complete catastrophic failure of the drone. It is going to smash face first into the ground, complete shutdown. So
that would suck.
It's called the brownout. It's been happening to the old Solo batteries. So if you're flying on those old packs and all of a sudden your drone just falls out of the sky, it's because one of the cells failed. It didn't have enough voltage to stay in the air, and it face planted at whatever altitude it was at. That's why.
Now, what is that usually on the controller? You know, the controller tells you your battery life. Mm-hmm. I know you're talking about voltage, but what does that mean in terms of what it tells you in percentage of battery you have left?
So you're not going to be flying by percentage anymore with the Solo. Once you do the mod, okay, you're going to be flying by voltage. And if you're running on Solex or Solo app, there is a way to go in and set in the top of the screen. You'll see your voltage output, real-time voltage output. Okay. Which is what you're going to be following. You know that a fully charged 4S battery is 16.6 to 16.8 volts. 16.6 normally means it didn't quite top off the battery. 16.8 is the highest peak point it should go. Okay. That's about 15 or 16 minutes of flight time. Now, as you break that battery in, I've gotten my flight times up to 18.5 minutes, almost 20-minute flights out of the Solo as the battery started to learn and grow and become better through use. Right. And sometimes you got to run them 15, 20 times, and all of a sudden your battery will really start performing for you way better than it should have, you know. But you're flying by voltage. So like I said, you know that you need to be landed by 14.2 volts. You're going to see that on your screen. Constantly looking at I'm good. I'm still at 15.7. I'm not even at the halfway point yet. I can keep flying around. Okay, now I'm at 15.6. Okay, 15.5. That's when it's time to start your return journey. Okay, right. Don't play around with fate, dude. By 14.2 volts, it needs to be landed in front of you on the ground. So like I said, you can't play around with the percentage. There was a binding procedure that took place with the OEM battery and the BMS. It was like giving birth at the place where they created the batteries. The first time the battery made contact with the BMS, they started communicating, and that was it. That communication could never be broken properly again. Okay. So once you cut the OEM pack off the BMS, it goes, oh, there's a problem here. I don't know what this battery is at, Right. I don't know what the percentage value is. So when you run the battery down, it'll say 0, and you can recharge it all the way up to the top, okay? And it'll say 99.9% charged. but you're going to notice that the percentage will jump. Okay, you'll be at 99, all of a sudden it'll go to like 94, and you'll be like,
Right.
that doesn't make sense. Well, because you're paying attention to the wrong thing. You're not running the stock OEM battery. It's not designed for the BMS. The only thing that you're going to be paying attention to is the voltage, because that's real time. It's reading each individual cell, and it's telling you what the voltage is.
Right.
So the voltage will never be inaccurate, whereas the percentage value will be. The percentage value doesn't understand the battery that you're using. Okay, it's either too small, too big, doesn't have the right C rating, the right discharge rating. It's wrong. It will never comprehend that battery. The only thing you can do is plug into the balance port. Now, the balance port gives you all the information you need. It tells you voltage. That's all you're going to be flying by is voltage. It's really easy. Once you start doing it a couple times, you go, oh, yeah, this is easy. You know, you don't care about percentage anymore. You just go, okay, I'm above 1550. I'm still good. Above 1550, still good. Okay. Oh, 1550.1. Time to come home.
Yeah, I notice on your videos that's what you're looking at. I've noticed that when you're playing the solo. So
yeah, I read it.
I kind of figured that it alters you not being able to use the percentage anymore, because I noticed you pay close attention to the voltage.
Yes. Yep. I don't care about the percentage anymore. Now you will run into failsafe, which you'll have to disregard the failsafe. So there's two things you can do. The percentage is still going to trigger low voltage failure. Okay. Which will happen. It's going to happen because the percentage will drop before the voltage will. So even if you're at 1550 and all of a sudden the battery percentage thinks the battery's leveled, if you look up at the voltage and it says it's still fine, you know what I'm saying? You're good to go.
Right.
It prematurely triggered a failsafe thinking the battery was dead because the percentage is wrong. So all you have to do is hit fly and take over again. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
but if you're running Solo or Solex app, you can actually turn the failsafe off for the battery so that it doesn't do that to you anymore. Okay, so you can just turn off battery failsafe. Just go into the settings, go to drone. Okay, battery failsafe, disengage. It won't try to stop you. It'll give you a warning like, "Hey, buddy, you're a little low on battery." And if you look up in the corner and you're not, don't worry. Just keep flying and have fun.
All right.
Don't stress it. It's really easy. So yeah,
when I'm ready, I'll definitely let you know.
So yeah, like I said, most of this will be explained in the readout guide, so everybody has a good opportunity to read through it, understand it, and then if you still have questions, my number is going to be at the bottom. Just give me a call. Hey, dude, I don't understand this. Can you explain it better? Not a problem. Simple. So, anyways, dude, I'm closing it down. We're down to 6 people, and the chat's kind of just. I
hear you.
Died off.
Well, thanks everybody that subscribed, man. I appreciate the support, and I appreciate Drone Worship as well. And thank you very much, Dan.
All good, man. You guys have a beautiful night. Thanks for being supportive. Thanks for supporting Scott, and I will catch you guys on the next video, man. Tootaroo.
Tootaroo. Later.
Later.